talk about Let's Be Cops. So this movie stars the great comedy duo of Damon Wayans Jr. and Jake Johnson, which you might know of as Coach and Nick Miller from New Girl. It was great seeing them in another thing project together, but still having that great dynamic. They are so well together. I am not the biggest fan of Coach on New Girl, but in this film, I feel like for whatever reason, he was just so much better because you get to see both of them grow very much. Their characters grow very much in this film. So you have these two best friends, one of which is a video game designer kind of person, and the other guy who is an ex-college football star who hasn't really done much with his life other than doing an STD commercial. Yeah. So these guys are kind of losers. They're not doing so well in the life department. They show up to a masquerade party dressed as cops, and then they just decide that they're gonna be cops. They basically have this idea that, you know, walking around in cop costumes gets the ladies, gets a lot of attention. You can say, you can make people stop, got a lot of power in that cop uniform. This leads to a lot of crazy stuff having to do with some mafia-ish action stuff. I don't even know. There's like a crime boss, and he's scary a little bit, but he's not too threatening. Like, he's threatening, and you know he's gonna kill somebody. Knowing that this is the kind of movie where good guys always win because A, it's a comedy, and B, that's just the thing. That's just what happens. And it's not too dark, it's not too scary. It's very much more of a comedy than an action movie or anything else. It's more along the lines of Jump Street 21. 21 Jump Street, Liz. 21 Jump Street. It's one of those movies where you have to suspend belief just a tiny bit, but everything that follows that is very much, you know, you have to show that there are consequences to these people's actions. And so everything, you know, I don't think that real cops would have believed that these guys are cops, but everything that follows after that, like let's say that they did believe that they were actual cops and all that fun stuff, everything that follows is very, you know, consequential to that and very, I wouldn't say realistic, but I would say, you know, if you were to pretend to be a cop and you got into some deep stuff, this is what's gonna happen. Like, and that's what I think is really good about this movie, is that it's not just like, hey, here's some guys having fun times and kicking back and eating donuts and stuff and bossing people around. No, they're gonna tell you, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. Some of the stuff was just funny, like splitting up the sorority girls fighting and the one character taking crystal meth, which, yes, drugs are serious. Drugs are a serious thing. But it was funny. It was hilarious. Okay? I would definitely give this movie a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was fun to watch. It wasn't like super deep, but it was, you know, a good realistic kind of thing, you know, suspending a little bit of belief. But, you know, overall, I think it had a good running theme and fun, and seeing these characters grow and just, you know, finding a little bit more meaning in their life and finding some confidence in themselves. Also, this movie comes out on August 13th, and you should go see it because it is hilarious and a good time, and if you like Nick Miller and Coach, this is gonna be right up your alley. Like, they've got that same chemistry going on and whatnot, and it's great. It's great.